back. Mr. Tim Larkin, welcome. Composer of none other than Dota 2. Lots of fans watching the stream today that play Dota 2. What has been your experience working on the title? How has the fan reaction been towards your music?
Well, first of all, I got to say I'm not going to shave down and take my clothes off and conduct like Gerard. But it's been a great experience. It's been a fun game. I've been able to work on it for about 2 years now, on and off, and it's been a new experience being able to do live orchestral recordings for this, and it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna be taking questions. I'm gonna be looking at my phone here to look to make sure we get. Yeah. Apparently we had a ton of questions for Gerard of War. I totally missed. Apologize about the guys. Okay. So we are doing a world premiere of the music from Dota 2. What can you tell us about it?
Well, the music tonight that you're going to hear is partly from a trailer that we released several years ago for the first international Dota tournament that we did. The second piece, or the last piece, is going to be something that plays in the game. It just got put in the game. Actually, we just released Dota 2 officially, actually, about a little over a week ago. So this piece just went in around the official release. So it's a new piece of premiere music tonight that just is being heard in the game, and it's just going to be heard live for the first time too.
Excellent. Is there anything unique about this piece that that is different than other compositions you've put together?
It's a different style of stuff that I've done for other games. So I mean, there's a certain style that we've sort of set up for this particular game, and it's in that style. But nothing, it's other than it's a different game, and every piece of music that's written for a game is different. So
And how much are you involved with the actual implementation of the music and how it actually interacts in the game with the player?
Well, we have to, in the case of Dota, there's stems that play, and there's different layers that play based on the intensity of the game and actually what you're doing, whether you're in a battle, whether you're laning. And so as far as in the creation of it, we have to make sure that when it's written, you have to sort of write it for stems, and you can't just have a complete piece playing. You have to make sure that each stem works by itself or works with the layer previous. So it's a little more involved than just writing a piece of linear music.
Right. And is that more difficult with orchestral music versus electronic, where electronics you can kind of break it up into different stems a lot easier than say brass, percussion, woodwinds? Is that a little more difficult, or?
I don't think so. I think you just said it. You can break it up with brass, woodwinds, percussion, choir, that kind of stuff, and those are great layers to have. Where you want to add to intensity, and you bring in a percussion layer, you bring in a choir layer. That's perfect.
Yeah. That's great. Okay. So our system of feeding questions to me via phone, I'm not sure if it's working. Are we getting any questions, guys? Okay, hold on one second, guys. Yep. What's your favorite hero?
Puck.
Wait, who?
I've been able to. It depends. Again, I don't play the game very well myself, so having a favorite hero, I would probably get trounced every time. But what I do enjoy is watching people play. And it's now more of an e-sport, then there's opportunities to watch, follow your favorite teams play. And depending on what they're playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. But my favorite hero to play, I don't really have one. But
I kind of like them all. All right, perfect. Yeah.
I'm trying to be politically correct here.
Right. All right, guys. Any other questions for Mr. Tim Larkin? Who's your favorite composer? Wait, dead or alive?
I'm a big Thomas Newman fan. I'm as far as alive, as far as dead, I'd say Rimsky-Korsakov, or there's a ton of them. I mean, there's a bunch of world-class composers here tonight that I'm a big fan of. And Marty O'Donnell, and just to name one of them, Russell Brower, Jason Hayes, the guys that do the stuff for these games, they're incredible. And so I'm a big fan of all of them.
And when you're writing music, obviously you're being influenced by music that you like and composers that you like. You have to fact check your music and be like, that sounds like, this guy or this guy.
I mean, that's bound to happen where you come up with a line or something and you think, man, that sounds familiar. But I mean, so far I've been pretty lucky. I think that it's been all unique, and I haven't run across that yet. I mean, not that the stuff is stored in your subconscious when you listen to music a lot, and I listen to a lot of composers as much as I can. So it's bound to a chord change or something that pops up once in a while. Obviously, it's going to be used before in some way or shape, but it's all original, it's all unique, you know. So it's and hopefully different. So
There's only so much you can do with perfect fourth and perfect fifth, right?
use those?
Yeah. So we have a question here. Is it fun working for Valve and making music for games?
Yeah, it's great working for Valve. It's a different structure there. It's a very flat structure, and you're very autonomous in what you do. So you have a lot of creative freedom there, and great team to work on. The Dota team has been wonderful to work with, and a very talented bunch of guys. And so I've gotten really lucky to have fallen into that game. I feel very fortunate.
That's great. What are your thoughts? When you asked about the first. Oh, what were your initial thoughts when you were first asked to compose for Dota 2?
It wasn't really asked. I kind of fell into it. There was kind of a gap at the time, and so I just started writing a few pieces for it. And then Jason Hayes actually came on early on and helped out with that project for a while. So we wrote together for a little while as well. And I mean, I didn't realize the magnitude of the game at the time, and it's definitely taken on quite a life of its own since then. And it was actually just, I think I said before, it was officially released a little over a week ago. So it's been in beta for about 2 years. And it's a great game to work on because we're constantly able to add music to it as well as we add heroes and we add different music and stuff. It's sort of an evolving game that will be continuing for a long time. So it's not like when you just write music for a game, do a score, and you're done and you go on. This is, again, there'll be a lot of continuing new music on this hopefully in the future.
Great. All right, one more question. What are you working on next?
Well, currently I'm actually working on a documentary that we're doing, and the documentary actually involves Dota. It's about the international tournament that we put on every year, and we followed some of the players, and so we're in post-production on that right now, so that's what I'm currently working on.
Very cool. All right, actually, I think we might have time for a couple more here. Let's see. What did you think with your first game composing? Wait, that doesn't read right at all. What was your first game?
First game that I wrote music for was with Broderbund, and it was a game called Playhouse, and it was a kids game. Okay. And I continued to work for them for a while and did a bunch of kids games there, Playhouse, Treehouse, Carmen Sandiego, stuff like that. So that was the first game, was Playhouse. Playroom, not Playhouse. Playroom.
Okay, nice, very nice. And from there?
From there, I got to a chance to work at Cyan was working with Broderbund, and Broderbund was the publisher for Myst. So I got to work on Riven and spent quite a while working on that game, and actually ended up working for Cyan as their audio director and composer for a while.
That's right. You did. We worked on Myst 4 or Myst 5. That's right.
Myst 5 and Drew, and yeah, the Myst Online stuff that they did. So I worked up there for 7-8 years with Cyan after that.
Excellent, man. Well, certainly look forward to hearing the music today, performed live for the first time, right?
For the first time.
Yeah, that's very exciting. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Larkin, Dota 2. All right, we'll be right back.